Good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Motivation, where the Sunday school teacher can start thinking and planning ahead. Here's our thought again for this week. Knowing and using the 5 steps of the learning process is how you give those you teach the best opportunity to change and to become more like Jesus. Let's review those 5 steps in the learning process. To know, to understand, to personalize, to practice, to change. Today, we're going to be focusing on step number 2, to understand. When you use this step, you're going to for sure do 4 things. The first one is to explain. You're going to explain all the words, the terms, making sure that the students for sure can understand them. That means you're going to explain the words. You're not going to ask the students to define the words. Second thing they're going to do is you're going to give the students understanding of what that main truth that you're trying to get across actually means. This can be done through illustrations, visuals, anything that's going to help that main truth be understood. The third step is you're going to allow and encourage questions to be asked of what you're teaching, because this gives you a glimpse of what they're getting, what they're not getting, to where you can aid them in actually fully grasping what you're teaching that day. And then fourth, you're going to make sure that they have a reason to listen. You need to be asking them questions. You need to be drawing them into the lesson to where they have a desire to listen. Now, this step 2 should only take at the max 12 minutes, but if it takes less than 8 minutes, you might want to rethink it and make sure that you're actually fully explaining, hey, it's 100% okay to expect your students to listen. So as you're teaching, calling out specific students' names and asking them to answer a specific question is okay. But make sure that you fully explain what you're asking them to answer, and make sure that you are not embarrassing them. So if they're not fully able to answer, you're going to help them get to that answer. These first 2 steps are completely teacher-centered learning. For the next 3 steps to work, you've got to make sure that these 2 steps are used and used well. This week, practice step 1 and 2. For step 1, give that attention-grabbing introduction. Read the passage of scripture together as a group and ask those thought-provoking questions to draw them in. And then for step 2, explain the words and the terms. Help them understand your one main point and allow them to both answer and ask questions in your teaching time. If this has helped you in any way, hit that like and follow button and then share it with a friend. Hopefully it will help them too. And you have an amazing week.